Hey. We're back. How's that?
You know what's weird? I have this open up on YouTube and it's not playing on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is weird.
I'm
well,
in
we
the
are
chat.
live. I can see that we're live. So why don't we go ahead and bring in our guests here? We're going to bring in first, we have a recurring guest to our stream. She's been here a few times, so we've asked her back. Hello, Amanda. How are you?
Hello. How are you guys? And everyone in the chat. Hail the Mo.
Yeah.
Hail the Mo. Oh, and
Mo.
Snuggy's there too.
Teach me how to
Nice. Nice. And we got Sim. Hello, Sim. How are you?
Hello, guys. Hello, Amanda. And hello, the chat.
Triplet.
And then we have one more guest today, and we're going to talk about her book about halfway through the show. And she's the creator of Black Rhapsody. We have Miss Rena 1000. Hello, how are you, Miss Rena? Miss Rena, are you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was
Hey.
having issues.
Okay. That's
Hey,
all right.
we have issues all the time here. So
Yeah, we usually end up
part of our
train
show.
wrecking, so it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Not a big deal at all. We do have a lot of people in the chat tonight. Well, a few people. We got Snuggy. Hail Snuggy. We got Mo Biggs.
Hey,
Who else
Hail
we
Mo
got?
Biggs.
Oh, I thought we had a lot of people. They're just talking a lot.
Yeah.
Crazy Mad. Well, that's all we need. We got the 3 people that we need for the whole show.
The most
then.
important. Yep.
That's right. So thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully more will grow, join as we go along. So tonight we're going to do something. We're going to do a part 2 to the show that we had a while back when we had members of the chat on. We had Leroy, Danger Vanessa, Eddie Winkler, and Lord Crackhead in our stream to talk about our campaign, give us some pointers. And boy, did they give us some pointers. They really told us a lot about how our stream needs to be improved and everything. So we learned quite a bit.
It was only about you, though. I think everything with me was great.
Oh,
so.
you were perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how it usually goes,
said.
right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But this time we're going to do a part 2. Because
I'm regretting that the title's part 2. We could have come up with something better, like Too Campaign, Too Furious or something.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Well, you should have titled it then. I'm
I'm
going to let you title things from now on.
Okay. I don't know if you want to do that. It could be.
It could be ugly. I know.
There's a correction of errors already.
So, we did have to write this wrong, though. Amanda was invited the first time around, and because we don't have Big Boy StreamYard, as Danger Vanessa said, we could only have so many people in the panel, and so Amanda got ousted, and we had to make it up to her. That's right. Well, I don't know if I'd call you late.
Well, I was the last one there, so the last one able to be on the panel.
That's true, but
door closed, no entry.
That's
exactly.
Right.
You gatekeepers, you.
Hey, good stuff. How are you doing, man? Thanks for coming on.
Like good stuff.
So tonight we want to give a couple updates to the book. Our book is Ballad of the Celestials. We have a couple pages that we have out to our colorist, and he is working on them. He told us possibly this Friday we would have them back. We've been waiting a few weeks. He got delays for family. He had to tend to his family, and it slowed him down a little bit. But that happens.
Yes,
the good thing is, yeah, he got back with us, and I think we're going to be rolling pretty soon. So,
oh yeah.
On top of that, we have a little surprise for Amanda. So
did you all make a sandwich?
Yes. No. Actually, no. But we did.
Don't go with the sandwich comment.
Do something,
we had that whole thing last time. What's a sandwich and what's not?
Yeah, Snuggy says, "What, y'all kicked the sandwich queen?"
Did y'all bring the band back?
No. Did you enjoy that one?
I did like that one. It was good. It was a good conversation.
A lot of people
do.
She don't enjoy all the other streams. She just enjoys the music one, right?
I like all the other streams. That's why I'm here.
I know.
I think there was one that I missed, but yeah.
Yeah.
Usually
it's all good.
Find my way.
we know you support, so it's all good. And because you do that so well for us, and because you got ousted the last time, we have something to give you.
You gave me a pity invite.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm giving you this.
Whoa, what is that?
This is our character from Ballad of the Celestials, one of her characters.
That looks very cool.
Yeah, I'll try to come out. Well, I can't. Man, holding things up to the camera is really not a lot of fun.
So I get to add it to my wall.
Press on that little left icon on your image and you'll just come full screen so we can see it properly.
Oh yeah, put you full screen. Why didn't I think
that's right. I don't know, because I'm not great at this. That's why.
Yeah, I know. We're stupid.
How do you do that?
Yeah, that little icon on the top.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. This
you guys
right
are still
here.
learning Little Boy's StreamYard, so you're okay.
I know. It's okay. Yeah. There we go. There it is.
That looks great.
So
I'm excited.
Good. So we will have to get that sent to you as soon as we can figure out how to do that. How to ship it without it being, damaged and, the size
I'm
of it
in the
is.
US, so it shouldn't be like horrible shipping fees.
No, and I'm not worried about the
shipping
fees. Okay. No, you're not going to do that. I'm going to get that to you. It's just, we got to figure out, part of this is our learning curve also to figure out what works for whenever we get our book out, what's going to be able to be shipped. And, we're going to have prints that we're going to have in there too. And we don't want any of that damage. So yeah. So there you go. I'll be sending that to you very soon.
People are going to want us to do stupid stuff to them so they get free stuff.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's
Snuggie says just fold it up, throw a stamp on it. What'd you say, Sim? I'm sorry, I didn't.
I just said that's just setting up a precedent.
Yeah, it is. It is. I know. What can I say? You have to, you have to make it up to people though.
Mm-hmm.
They got to know that you care whether they're there or not, and we cared. We did care. We have one more thing to show, and I did put this on the live stream, and so I guess
you mean the draw stream?
The draw stream. I'm sorry, and people got to see me kind of do a little bit of this at a time between two draw streams actually, and we have our cover for the main cover. And it needs to be inked, and there's some finishing touches. There are things like I erased her foot on here, but I don't care. We're going to show you what it looks like.
I know that
so
foot's
here we
taking
go.
forever.
Yeah. So this is what our cover is going to be on the book. Hopefully people are starting to like the art on this.
So that is an alternate cover, right? Because you still have the homage one.
Well, the homage is the alternate.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just finished it first. That's the only thing. So, really, I keep clicking into the wrong.
Because we really didn't know what we wanted for our main cover. It was hard to decide. It
really was. Mo Big says this is like when Bancroft covers the Melbourne Cup and it rigs it so my horse never wins. Well, does that mean you're wanting to win something too, Mo? Is that really what it's about?
See what I was saying?
Who doesn't though?
See, it set a precedent. It's just like you guys said.
Yeah.
Now what are we gonna do? An homage cover? No, homage. An homage. HOMAGE. Homage cover. And
are you sure it's not spelled how he spelled it?
No.
I don't know. Phonetically, it works out.
Yeah, unfortunately, no, Kevin.
Okay.
It is homage. H. It looks like homage. People have actually said homage before.
What if he's saying it in Spanish?
No, I don't know. I don't know Spanish.
Well.
So keep using the French one.
There you go. That's right. I felt loud by people got to see. He means me.
Crazy
I
Mad.
got to see. No doubt. Yeah, Crazy Mad was like the only guy on the draw stream, but who cares? It was great. We had 16 views after that, Crazy Mad. So we're growing. We're getting there. So Murph, do you have the campaign ready so we can get down to business?
Let's get down to business.
Yeah.
Something. Damn it, I forgot the lyrics to that song.
I didn't know that was a song.
Watch Mulan. It's a song.
Okay.
We are men.
All right, I shared it.
Okay, good. So I need to.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. So we're going to get into nitty gritty of the campaign. I think as Murph and I are going along here, we're kind of realizing we want to keep it more simple.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's technically the first motto of business is KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
It's tough because at first we get so many ideas and get excited, but I mean, it's
like in writing. You put all your ideas down, then you eliminate to have the best one left standing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Oliver, how you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, you know what? They said we don't know who Elmaj is. I don't know who that is.
Image.
Image? Yeah, I see. I don't know. Who is it?
Image
CG
Comics.
News and Reviews. Have you watched Good Stuff CG News and Reviews?
I missed it. I think I missed that part.
Image makes some guest appearances on there.
So another word for image. Or a twist. Okay.
It's technically the French pronunciation of it.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
So
Murph and I are always quick on the uptake.
Don't put me in with you.
You're a lot of times slower than I am, even on the uptake.
No, I
so
know,
but
people don't need to know that.
Okay. All right, man. So get into the campaign here. So go over each piece.
So these are the things that we're definitely going to do. Even before the whole prices kind of gone crazy with shipping, I always felt like a digital tier was just good because it's easy access, especially where it's the first time, people don't know. You don't have to worry about what time you get the book or anything like that. So to me, it's easy to get people in for a first time, and it doesn't financially. Digital doesn't cost you like physical does. To me, physical is always better.
Right.
But digital, it just makes too much sense. I don't know why more people don't do it.
I say, why not?
Oh yeah, so you should do it. Like if not the full book, at least use part of it to advertise.
Yeah, I like that. I think with shipping prices that have gone up, digital is almost becoming like a necessary, in my view.
Yeah. It is you especially with international. And like Australia closing the border, it happened to me and Rennie where they wanted to charge us like $65 without tracking.
Damn.
Oh wow!
Damn,
because they were closed down. So I had to send them by regular mail. So I balanced out a bit. But not everybody know that if you go to your regular post office, you can ask for like the mail and ship.
Okay.
Because the reason why they charge $60 for over there is because they closed down. And they were behind for 4 months of mail. So the reason why it was charging you so much, because I asked for the reason why, and it's because they charge you for the storage in
Oh.
It's right now with everything happening right now, especially during the holidays. If you ship anything international and sometimes even inside, you'll notice now you get an extra little fee for gas.
Oh wow!
It's one of the reasons why the prices are going up so much.
Sheesh, man. They're finding any which way they can.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's terrible because, just as this is starting to really take off with the crowdfunding and getting worldwide, all the shipping's going up and our economy's going to shit, I feel like. It's
a bit of everybody's economy at this point, especially those connected countries. Wink, wink.
Right.
I know for me, it's less of a case about like shipping because it's international shipping. But for me, especially if it's a first time creator that I don't know much about the person, or if it's a story that I think sounds good, but I don't want to pay $25 to gamble for the book and then another $10 for the shipping, and I'm like, hey, they have a digital for $10. I will gamble $10 to see if I like this.
That's a
Right.
good point.
Yes.
One of the things that was recommended to me when I started, I did the Blood Hunt one, the first one, and I've been doing that every time I do it. Is I have the digital tier, but I wait for most people to get their physical book before launching it. So the digital
Yeah.
people will have to wait for most of my backers to have announced to me they have their book. Then I'll release the digital.
Oh, okay. That makes sense too.
Gives
So
priority
you
to
delay
people
it.
that come in and pay and invested and paid for a physical. So to me, it gives it
Yeah.
an extra little value to it.
Right.
I've had a
That's
couple
nice.
of campaigns that I was confused about. Not confused. I guess in some ways it's good, some ways it's bad. But
Mhm.
there was for example, Perfect 10 #2. I backed that book digitally. I got the digital book like 2 days after the campaign closed. And people were still waiting for their physicals for however long. I'm like, hey, that's great. I'm not waiting on a physical. I got my book. I got what I want. It's great. And then in another case that there was, but I wasn't sure what the other physical people would be thinking, like, hey, why don't I have it?
Yeah.
Or maybe they also got it too. Who knows? I don't know for sure in that case. And then
Mm.
Ed Gain recently, it's still live. I got the
Oh, okay.
digital book 3 days after I backed it,
Wow.
and the campaign is still live right now. so,
Wow.
so those are some I liked it, me personally, but I don't know how
Yeah.
others who would have backed a physical feel, or if everybody got it, or it is just a couple different scenarios. But
Mhm.
I do have to say that it's pretty great that before the campaign even closes,
Mhm.
I have something from the campaign.
Yeah, I think that's cool too. It's so weird, isn't it? How it all works in so many different ways because like what Sim just said, it adds value if you hold on to it. But some people are going, wait a minute, we would love to have something right away. And I guess that's where it's hard to please everybody. You know what I mean?
But me,
Mhm.
it came from seeing some people. I'm not going to say names. Some people having their books coming out in stores or stuff like that, or having other people having access to the book before. I'm like, if people come in and are willing to pay shipping, they should be the priority ones to be able to have the book.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But I personally think that if you can fulfill right away a digital comic, that's also a good thing. There's no one way.
Right. Yeah. And
Sure.
that's, Dojo, and I talked to him about this. He goes, if you ask 5 different people about this, they're going to give you 5 different ideas about your campaign. I'm like, yeah, I get it, man. But as new time creators, I think what we're just trying to do is get as much input as we can and get feedback on what we are deciding to do because we want to have the most successful campaign, but also not come across, and just do a million things. We want to keep it pretty basic, but get the most out of it at the same time, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I'd like to bring another digital example to your attention.
Okay.
Adam Lawson. When he did the 8 and I think the Kill Journal, he
Okay.
did a 100-something page book. But what he
Yeah.
did though is he used the digital as that's the digital copy. So every issue that's done, the backers would get the digital issue, and when the series completed, after receiving all the digital, then they received the physical book. I thought that was another good idea and good approach to it.
So you're saying people could get it cheaper for digital, but then anyone that got it physical would get the digital for free.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's honestly what you could do here is when you're doing your team cover and your homage cover, you could probably even increase your prices a little bit and then even say it comes with your digital comic. And then that way, when you send out your digital comic, even if it happens to be ahead of your physical books, you can send it to all your backers and all your backers get your digital at the same time.
That's a good point because if you give it to everybody, everybody gets it at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's look at the prices then. So we have $12 as our, both of our covers, no matter which one you get, will be $12. If we added a digital to that, what would that increase the price? That's what we got to figure out.
But like they're saying, you could just add the digital for free because it doesn't cost us anything.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
It's an extra of them paying for the physical, the extra $5, or something. That's how I do it. The price difference, I try to take just the shipping off, so the price is not that different neither. But different people have different approach.
Right. Sorry, I'm laughing at the chat. They're all saying we're like missing their jokes. All the jokes go unnoticed.
No,
I know,
no,
they're
they're talking about themselves. Don't worry,
They
they're
really
entertaining
are.
themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, here we go. I will admit, quite often they say some things in the chat, and we're like, "Dirt, what?" We don't know what they're talking about. So I do feel bad about that sometimes, but it's just the way it is.
I do kind of like the idea, though. If we did do a digital for everyone, we could do that where it's released when they bought it, and you do kind of get a word of a mouth why the campaign's still going.
Mm-hmm.
That is something to think about.
Yeah, I like that idea too.
Yeah.
And I know when it comes to the price, we're never thinking about how much money we're going to get back. I mean, we're not honestly even looking to like break even on the first book. We're honestly thinking, what's a good enough amount of money that people will feel good about giving someone a chance they don't know, but not too low where then people just automatically think, well, it's that cheap, it must be crap. You know what I mean? So you kind of got to find a
we're trying to
the
find
sweet
a good
spot.
balance.
Yeah, the sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it's like me, like the reasoning why, like somebody was asking why I'm not just doing 48 pages, like everybody in the beginning, and I'm like, because I was thinking like this, as a buyer and somebody that backs campaigns, I'm like, if I'm paying $25 shipping, I'd like to have $25 worth of shipping.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how much would that be? So I calculated the fact of like 3 floppies, 60 something pages, 80 page, and it's all in that 1 pound or 500, the 500 kilograms or something.
Okay.
And it all fits in that price. And I'm like, okay, so that's where I'm like, that's maybe where we all need to be. It's because if you're going to be charging somebody $25 shipping, $25 shipping on a 20-page floppy, a 48-page floppy, or an 80-page comic, it's one hell of a difference.
Yeah, it really is. And that's something we haven't even taken into consideration what the weights and all the shipping costs are going to be,
well, because even by that time, it'll probably even be more than what it is now, just because of things are going. Honestly,
yeah, that's true.
To know.
Yeah, because it'll be probably 3 months before we're able to get to that point. So we're going to launch this in January, probably late January.
I doubt your book's going to be more than half a kilo.
Well,
we're gonna be putting metal encrusted letters on the cover, and it's gonna be a hardcover made out of ivory.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, that's why our prices are so low. We have someone that's helping us with shipping things. So
it's. You think Amanda would have more sympathy for us since she was on a show called The Chat? Nope, not today, guys.
I was just commenting.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
My wife says, yo. Gold bar stretch goal. Yeah. Hey, Snuggie, that's a good idea. Nobody has put gold bars in their campaign. That is true. Gold bars. So we could do not really. The chat's having a good time.
Didn't somebody do like golden tickets or something?
Oh, did they?
Malin does golden
Malin,
tickets.
right?
Yeah. Which is neat. I don't quite know. Is it just a $500 cash prize if you turn in your ticket? I don't know exactly how that works.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it either.
Wait, do you get to go to a candy factory?
You would think, right?
I hope so. That would be worth it.
I want to go to a candy factory. Give me a ticket.
Boy, oh boy. Okay, so Kevin, you want to show the next?
So these are the things we're definitely doing. So we were just talking before about having our actual regular cover done after the homage is because we always wanted it to be a team cover because we don't really. I mean, we do and don't kind of have main character. We have more like main characters because it's always going to be a team book. No matter where we go with the story and everything, there's always going to be a number of them. So we always, the team was an important part of it.
Mo's starting with the gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Accusations,
started with
Mo.
the panel
Accusations. My gosh. Yeah, the panel Yeah, we did
The
that
panel
before.
gatekeeping, and then you got to do the
That's
chat
right.
gatekeeping. It just rolls down.
It works together. It's symbiotic.
Gold bar, a gold bar, and another gold bar is a gold bar sandwich.
Yeah, my wife said we have to use her quote. A thing and a thing in a thing is a sandwich. That's
That
her
works.
quote.
Yes.
We were having if a hot dog's a sandwich, and
Yep.
yeah, it was. It
That's
didn't
right.
end, and we don't want it to go
Train
again.
is
We
not
don't have
late.
time. It'll take the whole thing.
Okay.
And then so cover 2 was honestly on Derek. He really loved the Cap versus Wolverine picture, and it came out really well.
Yeah.
With Mara and the Beast fighting. So, as of right now, that's our plan of only having 2 covers.
Yeah.
Do
Need a
you
sandwich.
plan? It's just these 3 perks that you're planning.
No, I was trying to get Kevin to move on. Show the next.
Well,
We had more perks, right?
Okay.
yes, these are just the definites. There's other things that we have thought about.
And quick question,
So-
I don't know if you mentioned it, but how many pages is the book going to be?
So it's going to be.
It was originally
27.
27. Now it's 29, and it might get up to 32. But we're probably
Possibly.
definitely going to make it the 29 now instead of 27.
It's. I
And
know it's
that's full
odd.
pages.
Yeah. And then there may be some that's just the comic story. We may add a couple pages of like concept art and stuff in it, but I wouldn't consider calling that like part of the part of the page to count.
Part of it.
You know.
Yeah, I remember with Telson and Adverts, I had plan of having like the book was supposed to be 80 pages. I wanted to put like 10 pages of extra stuff.
Yeah.
Ended up using it all for for story.
Right. We might too. You might get a little like sneak peek. I don't know, but I just know that we started off thinking like 22-page comic before we knew much about what people were doing with crowdfunding, and then we were
Let's
like,
not
"Wow."
say we. I want it to be a 37. Let's not say we on that.
We were both looking at it though, going, "Yeah, regular comics only 20 some pages," but the truth is, then we found out people were putting out 48 to like 100 and some pages, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, there's no way." And so,
but it comes from the fact that we can't really release, like doing a campaign takes minimum 2 months, right?
Yeah.
2 months just running the campaign. So add to that a month promoting that campaign before it goes live, and then a month to fulfill. So that's 4 months, right?
Yeah.
So might as well plan a campaign for like more than having, that's why people are trying to go there. But you're not the only one coming in with a floppy neither.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Hail Dark Gift Comics, thanks for joining us.
What's up? What's up?
Hey,
Wait, is that the
Dark
what's
Gift.
up like the
Hi,
frogs?
Wait, say that again. Miss Rena, did you talk?
Yeah, I was saying hey to Dark Gift.
Oh, okay. Hey, you and Kevin talked at the same time. I think you covered each other up. So
Sorry.
Oh no, that's how our show goes. I always try to smuggle Derek's comments so people.
Yeah, he tries to cover me all the time. So okay, so this next perk. Let's move on.
So possible perks. So before we even started thinking about what we were going to do for our campaign, I actually went looking through tons of other people's campaigns. I did like an Excel sheet, seeing what worked for people and what didn't, no matter how big or small the campaign was. To me, the biggest thing that seemed to work for everyone's campaign was covers. That seemed to be the thing that was most responded, most that people would back, what people kind of wanted. So, and I just didn't want to do, if we were going to do a third cover, just a third cover, we thought a wraparound, and because it's a wraparound, make it a little bit more expensive, would be a good thing. And wraparound seemed to be a big thing for people, that they really do enjoy them. So that's definitely a possible perk. We're mulling over it, maybe even thinking of making it like a stretch goal. So it's probably the most possible on this.
Yeah, I think
covers are great.
Yeah, I think this should be like a stretch goal, really, to be honest, the wraparound. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I think we'll go there.
Although, if you do it as a stretch goal, how are you going to have people choose it if they want it?
That's what I was going to say, too. Yeah.
Like it would have to unlock at that stretch goal. and then they.
But it better be there. Like I agree with Amanda at that point.
Oh, so it'd
it
be like
better
a secret perk after the fact?
Hmm.
When you mean after the
I think
fact,
that makes it tough because then people are going to be like, "What the hell? I wouldn't. I didn't have access to it."
No, but you could send a secret perk to the people that backed it already. Going, you people backed it already. Here's a secret perk. Then you put it alive for the newcomers on the campaign, though.
Or I suppose once
Okay.
you reach the stretch goal, you could add the next perk. But yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. But you couldn't offer it from the beginning if it's a stretch goal, is what I'm saying.
wait,
know what
I
I
thought
mean?
you couldn't offer a stretch goal until the stretch goal is met.
Right.
What, am I being? Wait,
No,
that's
you're
what- that's-
laughing at me. So
That's what's question. Should you do that as a stretch goal, or should you put it straight from the campaign's get go?
oh, okay. I
Because
see.
keep in
Yeah.
mind that when people come in, sometimes they have an idea of going, either I want the book or they want to come help. They want to come back you
Ah,
up, right? So
Right.
they either come in with the idea of spending $20 to $25 on a book, maybe, or going,
Right.
hey, I want to send them $100. So they'll go in for those 3 covers.
right.
It's just the idea. So that's why it's like, if you're planning on having like a very special, like a wraparound cover, you might want to have it on the campaign from the get go in one of those fresh, either a tier or by itself a bit more expensive, maybe.
Yeah, because if we did make it a perk, as you see, number 5 is then we could have a perk where we have all 3 in one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's
make
true.
Make it a little cheaper too.
Mhm.
If
Yeah,
someone
it'd be
wants
better.
all 3.
Hail Bancroft, thanks for stopping by, man.
He has a couple
Bancroft-
good points in regards to that.
Who does?
Bancroft. That
Yeah.
if
Oh,
you add big things,
Yeah.
That's
it'll
why-
It can
annoy
annoy
the
early
backers.
backers. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
That's why I closed Telson and Adverse and did the second chance campaign. That was the entire thing. Because I heard a lot of people saying they don't like when you come in and add a new cover, a new thing, like
Okay.
after they backed it from the get go. So I'm like, I'll wait and do a second chance campaign for those.
Okay, I
Okay.
see that.
so
'Cause
stretch
it's
goals
like,
should
hey, I
be
was
free.
here early, and I missed out just being early and being. I can
Yeah.
see that. Yeah, I don't think I'd like that myself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. I think that makes a lot of sense.
So it makes sense to me if you want to charge a little bit more, but have it there from the get go.
So Mo's calling out Bancroft already on our show. Haven't you done enough? Boys learn gatekeeping from watching your show.
I feel like there's
Yeah.
going to have to be a point where Mo and Bancroft are going to have to solve this. Like,
Well,
it's getting to
they
levels.
just had
like,
the CG bout, right? Or the CG WrestleMania. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have to have Mo be a part of that.
yeah.
How come he wasn't in that anyway? I need to know.
They
Mo?
pretty much just did creators so far.
I know. Good stuff was
They're
in there.
still
right?
adding people. Oh yeah, that's true. You're right.
So we need to
There's
have
probably
Mo
That was
in there.
copyright.
because the chat spoke.
Yeah,
they
but
were
those are
looking for
That's
they were
true,
looking for
that's
extra
true.
people, and Crackpat was
But-
nominated quite often.
and
I
they
could
also
see
they also the
Mo
li-
suing for copyright. That
I
could
was
be
gonna
the
say, I was gonna say the also latest edition, no? Like he was focusing on the creators, but then after that he started adding, promoters.
Which I think is great. I think the
Mhm.
whole
Yeah.
community should be in there.
But dude, I loved it when I saw mine. He told me he was making mine, and when I saw that he gave me the Nat's arm, dude, it cracked me the hell up. Especially that he gave the chest hair. I'm like,
yeah.
dude, do you
was
understand that the next big match that I'm there, I'm highly tempted of getting that makeup to put on my arm and playing it out.
There you go.
should, man. Do it. Do it up. That was a fun time, man. WrestleMania. That was such a great idea.
Yeah.
Those guys that came up with that. It was so good.
Like, he needs to release the mod so we can buy the game and all play and stream.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Dude,
That would be
I'm not
awesome.
into wrestling game, but I'd buy that game to have that mod on.
If he crowdfunded that, that would go off the chain, I think.
Oh
Mhm.
man.
It really would. Snuggie says we need 20 variant covers at least.
No.
How come he wasn't in that? Anyway, I'll give you one guess. It begins and ends with a G. Between the G's is 8 keeping.
Keeping.
Oh, Mo. We're going to have to get you an avatar. But I do create fun. That's right. Good stuff creates a lot of fun. Why is
Oh
Dodo
my
not
god,
in
when we were on
wrestling
his
yet?
channel and the next day my stomach was like
Yes.
Oh, I laughed so hard that night. I was freaking.
Okay, so your dad says, what about a personal autograph edition? Well, we're probably going to sign the books anyway, I would think, right?
Yeah,
I would think.
probably or maybe have like a thank you note with
Yeah.
stuff like that, something
Some
like that.
special touch to it like that. And then
I know. I personally like it. I know that I've heard there are some vocal people that don't. So
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't know if you want to put somewhere that maybe they can reach out via the campaign if they specifically don't want you to, if you're planning on doing
okay.
it to everybody.
And
Do you
one of
mean
the-
that people don't like it on like the cover? They don't
They
want
don't
it
like-
on
some
They
people
don't want
don't
it
want
at
it on.
all.
At all.
not even
okay,
like
that's
in a
interesting too.
page
Yeah,
in the
that's
book.
And another thing
Interesting.
I'd say, it's one of the latest thing they did in the items. When you create your items, you can
Yeah.
give them an option in there, and you could put that in there.
okay.
Signed or not signed.
Yeah, almost
Yeah.
like an add-on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are people upset about someone's
So-
signature for free? Why don't people like that?
Well, I think they want it unmarked, right?
Yeah, I think that's more
Yeah.
the issue.
Yeah. It's
It's
unmarked.
on it's on mark, and right now, if you go in the market for signatures, you have to have them confirm and
Yeah.
sent to
Okay.
the graded.
Okay. Hey, see you, Dark Gift. Thanks for stopping by.
Later.
Hi.
So 6 is kind of
Okay.
like our out of our minds type of thing. It's something early. I had an idea of about a special edition. I probably won't go into what it would be, but it wouldn't be like a special cover. The actual every picture would have there'd be something different done to it. So you're getting the same comic, but a complete different edition of every scene, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
No,
Kind
I'm
of doing some type of
confused.
effect. I don't know. Should I just go into it or?
Yeah, just go into it because
Okay.
now you've opened that
So-
can of worms.
Yeah, I know. It's still not giving away. So the Celestial Edition would be, in a way, how they see what's going on in the book, where things would have different color effects. And that's why it would be like the Celestial Edition, kind of if you saw everything through their eyes instead of how the comic is originally.
Hmm.
So it would there'd kind of be like special, I guess just special of coloring effects for each scene. So they'd be completely different.
Yeah, it's in there.
So it is a book, just colored
book.
differently.
It's
Yeah, it's the
covered.
same
It's
exact
colored
book.
as.
Yeah.
It's colored as the Celestials would see the world instead of us humans
Mhm.
seeing the world. And
Yeah.
so,
Like they see colors
75.
different, and there's
when
a
you see
reason
that
why
up
they
there-
see things different.
That's an entire different printing.
Yes.
So you will have a different initial,
Yeah.
like a
So we'll have
complete.
75
cost, yeah.
versions of those.
We wanted it to
75
be like
copies.
a limited edition
Mhm.
type of thing as well.
And you already have the quote for it, right, to make it work.
Just
Not
you know,
yet.
thinking out
No.
loud if it would be.
It's more of an idea, and we
So
want
that
to see how
price
it
is a
would fly.
placeholder.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like,
Yeah.
because right now,
That's
like,
right.
if you limit to 75 copies, they're going to be way more expensive. So just to,
Thanks, Dark Gift. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, but then even when me and Derek talked about it, it's like
Mm-hmm.
people don't know us. It's our first comic. Should we really have something like that? Who's going to want something
Right.
like that are not into it? It's something we could do down the road with multiple books together, make a special edition of it.
it's one of the main advice that I
Yeah.
see that we've told a lot of people, and I see repeated a lot as an advice and thing is you're new, you're new. You're coming
Yeah.
in with
Yeah.
a campaign, so
Yep.
try and keep your costs of everything as low
Down.
as you can. So
Yeah.
Right.
if you're gonna do extras and perks, try to make them that are like they're not gonna cost you too much. Like trading cards. I know people.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of trading cards personally, but trading cards, some people like it. I like those prints, like those cardstock prints that we're all doing. I like that because you can leave it
Yeah.
with your book, stuff like that because they don't
Yeah.
cost too much. Same thing with stickers. If you shop, you can find places to print those nice little stickers for not too much.
Right.
Then you can invest in those nice, extra things after, or if you have it into a stretch goal, if we reach 20K, we'll have a special box.
Yeah, I kind of like
Mhm.
that idea. I really like that. So Dojo says, is it narwhal colors? Yeah, is narwhal
Let's
colors?
hope not.
No. Mo says, I haven't seen variant colors since Mavericks and Bancroft. In Bancroft style says, more people should do this. build their campaigns live. Definitely going to steal the idea.
Surprise, surprise.
I love it. Oh, he's been getting accused of stealing ideas lately, right?
No,
least
just
last time
lately.
I saw
Lately?
For a long
Not just
time.
lately.
Not just lately.
Sorry,
That is
Bancroft. We're just
awesome.
throwing you under the table, man.
It's soon going to be in a dictionary. I've been Bancroft.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Oh,
we're gonna have to get him on the show. That's what we're gonna have to do.
it's very rare that you can call someone out on stealing and then hit them harder. Like not stealing, not just lately, like all the
Yes.
time.
Oh man, that was a hard one. Oh,
Bancroft
so
owns up
good.
to it, though. He won't.
He
He'll
does.
tell you he does.
He
Yeah,
does.
it's all in good fun.
Oh, good. Okay. So
Now,
I
would
like these
highly-
ideas.
I would highly recommend the all covers, and that's what I was going to ask when I asked if that was it for the perks, because there are people that do want pretty much everything that you're offering, and like those tiers. Now, I like the concept behind the Celestial Editions, but that might be something that, I suppose think long and hard about that one, and it wouldn't hurt me if you didn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
and us too. Like it
So-
doesn't hurt.
so it's really
time we
funny.
have to
I
get
mean,
into it, too.
Because anything that's a different print, right? Like different covers, it's just an extra little fee, right? Usually, but depending on where you print, some place will charge you a lot. But printing at different books, just with different colors, that's a different initial price set. And the biggest chunk of the price of printing is that initial printing.
Yeah.
Where they prepare the plate, the printing plate. So try and stay away from having maybe a special edition unless you can calculate how much it costs you at the lowest and make sure that you make money on it.
Good point.
You know, so like let's say like worst come to shove, they cost you $35 to have a beautiful hardcover exactly like you want. Well, charge $75. I don't know for that thing, and they come with a regular book, so they maybe have both copies, and that's a deluxe edition tier, right?
Yeah.
But I agree that should be like think about it properly, because the first thing you make sure that you do not want to do is to shoot yourself in the foot and not being able to fulfill at the end, or costing you too much from the pocket.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. No, I love this input. This is great because, these are just ideas. It's stuff we threw out there, and I love to hear, that, that's probably, it's better if you did it this way or something.
But it works both ways. So somebody that gets on your campaign, as much as it can be tempting, somebody's like, okay, but that guy's it's his first campaign. Is he sure he's going to be able to fulfill all this stuff? Yeah,
right. So, I mean, really, for now, it looks like we really have 2 solid tiers, Kevin. So I don't know if that's enough, but at least it's just the book. You know what I mean? And what's interesting to me is I think what I'm seeing out of a lot of people too is they're kind of getting sick of all the extra stuff.
I mean, it's one of the things that I wanted to ask that, if I could, it's what would you guys prefer, right? Between two things as stretch goals, right? Would you prefer that, let's say the book is 64 page, but could be an 80 pager as a stretch goal, which just takes a bit more time to produce, or you want extra, swag, like prints or stuff? What do you actually prefer?
For me, I would rather have the book. And a lot of times out of the campaigns that I got, I loved some of the things that I got. I thought it was really cool. They're nice touches, but I didn't feel like I would miss anything if some of those things were gone, Stickers. I'm not into stickers,
I think it's cool right when you open it that there's all this stuff, but it's like, I'm never going back to that stuff other than the book.
Yeah.
You
that's
know what I mean?
felt.
Unless it's something very different.
Although I loved Magnet. I love the Magnet because I feel like it's practical. You can get something out of it. For example, Bancroft, we got his hand magnet, the root
ginger
magnet.
Root hand.
Yeah, ginger root hand. I love that because it's a practical thing. You can actually do something with it. You're walking by your fridge and you see it and you're kind of reminded of, the comics that you're liking or reading at the moment. I think that's cool. I'm not into stickers. I'm not going to use stickers. but I do like prints. Prints are about the only thing that I think that are something that I would really like to have, because you can hang them up and you can look at them over and over. So it makes more sense to me.
But so far, that's what I've been getting from feedback from people, is that they really like the prints. They really like the fact that having prints that are not like folded posters, they're prints on cardstock that are like feel like collectors stuff. Trading cards are pretty much like but a lot of people like the idea of having a bigger book. I'm like, do you mind waiting extra time for those extra pages to be done?
Right.
And the extra cost. Every page
it's a lot more work.
Just the color for every page is a.
But the idea of that, the entire idea behind those stretch goal and extra perks that gets unlocked, right? It's all to try and kind of like, thank you for investing, and your investment worth more money after, because the book is technically you reducing price because I'm printing more and blah blah blah, all that stuff. That's technically a balance of that out, so you feel like you're invested in a project. But that's what my question was mainly, what's the more driven? And so far, the most answer I've been getting is people is like more pages, and I'm kind of liking that answer.
Yeah,
Crazy Matt, I can make it 80 pages. It's very hard. It's difficult with 80 pages.
Okay.
Well, I've got novels of stuff waiting to go down.
But it's something like I've seen other people do, like Michael Beacon when he did the Seven Legion campaign. Right, he did a floppy of 24 pages or something, and you could unlock the second issue, the third issue. It would just take a little bit more time, but they all came out in one book, and I thought that was a cool idea. And I've like I mentioned before, what Adam did with the digital. So you get your floppies as digital, but then when all the floppies are out, you get the printed book. That was another good thing.
Yeah.
The interesting with the digital is I really tried to get into digital comics just because it was cheaper, but I don't know. There's something about it.
Oh, I can't.
The physical is so much better.
No,
I can't. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to catch up with the chat here, and then I think we're going to move on to Miss Rena here in just a moment.
Yeah. Well, I want to say we did have ideas for stretch goals. The trading cards is it actually has something to do with our story, and we were going to do something with it outside of the story as it goes for people. So the special trading cards would be like if it was metal, because that does seem pretty cool. And we could even use that as something with the story as well. And then kind of everything else is already out there. And the extended by 5, we're not going to do it. The part 1 we had, everyone was like, I don't, if the pages are supposed to be there, I don't want added pages. I just like the idea because of the Lord of the Rings extended edition. So, but
but Bankroll makes a good point there. No, but I was thinking more of like making the book between like 64 to 80 page type of thing, like an extra story or something.
Yeah, no, we're not going to do too many pages. He says not too many more pages. 5 is manageable. I did 4. I've seen people add 50. That one still isn't out yet. 3 years later. That's crazy. So we definitely don't want to get there.
Another possibility, I don't know if you looked into it, and it wouldn't necessarily affect the main book, but if you did like an ash can for like a side story or a little bit more in depth for one of the characters or something like that, you can make that 10 pages or whatever, but be an ash can that's separate. I know people would like something like that versus a lot of that other stuff.
Sure. Yeah. So, wow, Death is 300 pages. That is off the hook. It took me 4 years to get almost 30 pages, so let alone this. And that, that's the thing is that, I can't draw every day. I have to do it as I can because I have a full-time job. And so it's something that, I've talked to, like Joe Sontag and Sean Arendt about on Otten stuff. Those guys, we're all kind of in that mode of we can't just draw, so the timing of the book is something we're worried about too. So we want to make this worth it, but we also want to keep it ongoing. And we don't want to overpromise, and we don't want to make people wait forever for the next book. So,
overpromise, underdeliver.
Yep. Okay, so, thank you guys very much for giving that input. I mean, that helped us out a lot. I think it gave us some new ideas and definitely told us that we might be doing too much. Which
I didn't see Kevin taking notes, by the way.
Yeah, he won't. He'll think it's all there, and then he'll forget everything. Tomorrow night, I'll go, hey, remember what Amanda said? And he'll go, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
I only forget the stuff you say because I'm not really listening when you're talking.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
No, it's not happening.
This was important, so.
My wife says hurry up already. So, okay. So we're gonna move on to Miss Raina now.
Yes.
And so, Kevin, I'm going to pull this off. Hello, Miss Raina. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. We're glad you could join us. We haven't heard much from you for the show, but, we don't want you to feel like you couldn't chime in the whole time.
Sorry, that's
I
on me.
just-
I interrupt.
She was probably taking notes.
She was taking
Yes.
notes. She probably was. I hope she was.
Yes.
That's good.
I
mean,
taking
we
notes.
can watch the video again. You know what
No.
I mean? It's not like
That's
can always
true.
just
We
do it,
can. That's exactly right. So
that's how we get the views up. I just put it on all the time on my TV.
So, Miss Raina, you have a book out, or you have a book that you're working on. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about that.
Black Rhapsody is a manga-esque horror comic about musical magical girls versus going up against a Lovecraftian pop star and her evil music empire.
Ooh.
And
oh
that
my gosh.
Lovecraftian pop star is based on Beyonce Knowles.
Ooh.
So the main
man.
villain of my comic
Oh.
is Beyonce.
Ooh, we don't have any of the beehive in here, do we? Do we have
Oh.
any of the beehive in here tonight?
I hope so.
I hope. Oh, you hope so. You're looking to start a war, aren't you?
Yep.
So what started this hate for Beyonce? I'm just
No,
curious.
I hate Beyonce. I just like trolling her fans, her rabbit fan base.
Okay. So much that you did a whole book on it?
That
That's
and
awesome.
other things that influenced me to create this comic.
Okay.
Mainly magical girls and like horror.
Okay. So are you into music? You
Yep.
love music? Do you play music?
No, I don't have
No?
a talent for it.
Okay. But you just love it and you just don't like Beyonce's music.
She's all right at best.
Yeah, she's all right. She is overrated.
Yeah. I kind of like her acting a little better than her singing, to be honest.
What? Because
Really?
of Gold Member?
Yeah, she was
That's
good in
the only
Gold
thing I
Member.
can think of that she was in.
Yeah, really. That's why I said that. Gold Member. I think it was better than her
The
music.
only movie I remember Beyonce being in was Obsessed, and that was it. I know she was in anything else.
I don't know. I'm kind of talking out my butt about Beyonce. I really don't know that much about her because I don't like her music, so I don't really follow her. But
let's be
Yeah.
honest, you've been waiting to see beehives on this YouTube
Have I?
channel for months. Yeah.
have really?
You see how much you look like a kid on Christmas when you
Mhm.
No, I was
See?
laughing because I'm like, wow, she really doesn't like Beyonce. So, but that's cool. I just
Fans.
wanted to know more about it. So, okay. So here we have your mailing list page. Let me get the banner up. Did I have banner? Thought I had a banner. There we are. There's the banner. And I will try to share this page on our chat for you. Is it banner?
Yeah, I see it.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. And
So does everyone get the art print and trading card for signing up, or do they have to back as well?
They have to back as well.
okay. So you went through the elevator pitch for this very fast.
Oh,
So-
sorry.
No, you're
No,
fine. We're
good,
just going to
good.
have to back up a little bit and try to talk a little more about it. So this says the music industry can be so cutthroat. So this is a horror thriller or cult thriller, right?
Yep.
And the story is about magical idols named after mythological goddesses fighting an uphill battle to overthrow an evil pop star from the music charts and save the world. I love it. Okay. So tell us, where'd you get this idea?
Um, I'm a huge fan of mythology, and I wanted to incorporate that into my story as well as take
Okay.
my favorite inspirations such as Madoka Magica and Sailor Moon, and mix it with a bit of horror from H.P. Lovecraft and Berserk. If you know anything about Berserk, you know that's a horror comic.
Yeah,
Okay.
very successful too.
Yeah, I love Berserk.
Yeah. Mo Big says, great. Another brilliant IP I have to cancel because someone came out with something nearly identical. Farewell,
Wait,
Crap
what?
Rhapsody, Whitney Houston, and the Sorcerer's Rock.
Wait, what?
Whitney Houston.
Mo.
He said he
Mo
put
is
crack
jokes.
in there too.
Yeah,
Mo
yeah.
is
That's-
just, Mo's
that's
being funny.
Phew.
My gosh.
That was a good one, though.
Yeah, it was. Okay. So good. Okay. Let's
I have a
scroll down.
question. What
Yeah, go
age
for it.
would this be good for? Like everybody, or how young?
Adult is 18 plus.
Okay.
Oh, so it's going to be really violent.
Yeah. It's Madoka Magica meets Berserk.
Oh,
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
not
but
familiar with either.
Okay, Berserk is about demons and very gory and yeah, it's like Conan on crack.
ooh, okay.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good analogy.
All right.
I really love it, but the idea is that
Oh, yeah.
it's very gory, it's very like demons, and when you get to the eclipse, like if you ever decide to read it, do not quit till you get to the eclipse, because that's when you decide if you're going to be a fan or not.
Okay. And Snuggie says, and naughty.
First thing he asks.
First thing.
It's adult, not how much
Oh,
blood
that's
and
funny.
decapitation.
Now this says, this is interesting because you say horrific ultraviolence of Berserk with a bit of Jim and the Holograms mixed in.
Yeah, I don't know what gem and holograms are.
Oh,
remember
sadly, I do.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It's
I think
Yeah,
that's the only
I-
reference I do get.
I just got the intro playing in my head for a second, and I'm like, damn.
The
No.
characters have to use the power of music and song to defeat this goddess. Because each of the main girls are based off of different music genres. This is metal, orchestral
cool.
pop, ethereal wave.
Okay. I actually like that idea. That's pretty
Is
cool.
Beyonce the only musician that you have in this, or do you have other female musicians tied in with the mythology to kind of get characters?
Yeah, I do. There's a
Oh, awesome.
character who is based off of Cardi B,
Okay,
which you're going to see
Oh.
way later in the story.
Okay.
so that'll be naughty.
Probably.
Probably.
I mean, that's the kind of thing, right?
Yeah. So Dojo's asking how many issues of Berserk were there. I really don't know. I have no
I
idea.
think it's
I know they-
night.
I know they're in collected editions right now, like at volume 8, so a good amount.
I got 9, so yeah, there's 9 in the deluxe edition, and I think there's like 50 something, or I know there's more than 40, but I think they're like in 50 something before he died.
Yeah, he died. I think someone's
And-
going to finish it though, right? Isn't somebody-
Yeah, he has his little trainee or something like that, his pupils that are supposedly
Yeah.
going to finish it. They left them notes, but hopefully they'll finish it properly.
I've
Man.
never read it, but the guy I watch on YouTube for all my omnibuses, he loves Berserk and he's always talking about it. So
I do.
Wow.
I have all the deluxes right here next to me, and also I bought the Hellsing one, which is pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about Cardi B. I don't listen to all these people, so I don't. But I like
You
how
know
you're
her
using the
songs, though.
different genres. I've heard a couple things, not much. Okay, crazy Matt. I don't know what you're talking about, man, but that's cool. Yeah. So
I'm sorry. What is everyone said? What is Gems and the Holograms? What is that?
It's
Oh.
an 80s cartoon,
yeah,
girly, where it's
For
a band
you,
about
Kevin,
girls.
it's
leader-
like Dazzler.
Gem.
It's like
you know
Dazzler.
Dazzler
Oh,
and the X-Men. Yeah.
Or wasn't there a cartoon like Pussycat Dolls or something like that? And then
No.
they needed a
Josie and the
movie?
Pussycat,
You
but
mean
it's similar,
Josie
but
and
it's
the-
not it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gem was also turned into a movie.
Yep. It
Oh,
was.
really? Wow.
Mhm.
So the art looks pretty cool here and
Yeah, I like
there.
that.
I like it. It's got definitely some manga vibes to it. Is that what you're going for? The manga feel?
Yes.
Okay. It's looking good. And down here it says idols. These aren't your normal idols. So this is what the idols are going to look like.
Some
Damn.
of them.
Some of
Like
them.
the main villains are all going to be based off of like evil deities and Lovecraftian gods.
Okay. Okay. So they're going to be horrific.
Yeah.
To see. Okay. Pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, Derek
It
and I,
almost
we
has like
love
a negative.
mythology too. We're gonna have a lot in our book, and actually,
Yeah.
CG has a lot of stuff in mythology. It's pretty big.
It really
You know,
does.
my story's going to focus exclusively on the divine feminine, so it's going to be more references to female goddesses.
Okay.
Nice. And so the person on the right, is she the one that everybody hates?
The
That's not
person on the
Beyonce.
right?
Yeah.
Wait,
Is she the
wait,
one
you're talking
that?
about the one with the guitar?
Yeah. Is she the
Yeah.
one that they're trying to overthrow? Like
No, she's the main character, Alethea.
Okay. Okay. And
Did
so
you already
what's her
forget that
role in this?
Beyonce's the one that's evil? Did that girl doesn't look?
Well, I thought you were going to have a character kind of representing Beyonce in the book.
Yeah, her name is Dulcibella.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Juicy
There you
Billy.
go. Giusabello. Very nice. All right. And so to sign up for this, you get a secret art print perk and a unique trading card. You also receive the latest updates and news from the campaign. So how long has this been in the sign up mode?
For I think 3 months now.
Okay.
3-4 months.
And then when are you looking to launch your campaign?
Hopefully early next year.
Okay. So you're talking like first few months?
Yeah.
Okay. But do you have like a date knocked down, or do you you're still leaving that open?
I'm still leaving that open.
Okay. All right. Now, are you doing a lot to build your following, or how are you?
Yep.
Okay. Tell us a little
So how
bit
do
about
people?
that.
I've been posting a lot about it on Twitter
Okay.
and trying to get on shows to kind of promote it. I've just now
Sure.
started going on shows recently.
Okay. Is that?
How do you feel about getting on?
Go ahead, Kevin.
How do you feel about getting on shows? I like going on them. There's so much, good energy.
I'm getting used to it.
Okay.
Yeah. It takes a little getting used to. That's just the way it is.
I have a. Sorry to interrupt, but
No,
before
go,
we move on to something else, Miss Rena, did they warn you about your sign-up list and how long you have it before you launch?
Yes, I have 6 months before it goes away.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you are aware of that because I know there are some campaign people that weren't aware of it and lost all their sign-ups.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Just
some
wanted to point
people
that
have
out.
told me about that.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up,
glad you're
Amanda.
on it.
Yeah. So Kevin and I have only had ours up for, I think, 2 months?
Yeah.
So it'll be 3 months in January, and then we're going to launch at the end of January. So we're not going to have it up as long, but I think for us, building that following is, I think, the hardest part. So that's one reason why we started our show. And, I think we're getting some people that are starting to latch on to us a little bit, but it's been a long battle. And so I know that Twitter just wasn't enough for us to build. So are you finding that that is doing well for you, or
Yeah,
what do you think? Okay.
I'm finding Twitter more effective than YouTube, I'm going to be honest.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it just must be different for different people, I guess. Because
Well,
yeah,
it is an easier and quicker, and you can kind of put your net out there more too
yeah,
in the Twitter spheres, especially if you get in those communities.
right. So Dojo asks, do you get that just for signing up, or if you sign up and back a tier?
If you sign up a back a tier, you will have to back the secret art print perk, the art print perk,
Okay.
once it becomes available.
Okay. Alrighty.
How often are you sending out emails?
I haven't started sending out emails yet. I've just been collecting them and trying to work on the campaign draft.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Black Rose.
Yeah, B Rose is in in the house. So Mo says, I saw her on Dojo. So you've been on Dojo's show. That's nice. But I've just started seeing you in the chats, Miss Rena. So I'm just starting to get to know about your project.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, that's good to get your name out there. Starting to get people aware.
What got you started with your project?
What got me started?
Yeah.
It was just a little hobby I was working on in college. And then when I started seeing other people going to or trying to set up like crowdfunding campaigns and those campaigns being successful, it kind of gave me the idea to make it like an actual reality.
Okay. So
are you doing everything yourself, or do you have a team with you?
It's me and my artists. I don't
Okay.
really have like a large team.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Kevin and I are the only two doing it, and it's a heck of a lot of work just to get where we're at. So you know that.
Yeah, comics are way more work than people think.
Yeah, they are. It's definitely a second job.
It almost kind of takes up more time.
Okay.
Promoting is a job by itself. Then
Right.
you have to write that story, you have to pencil, you have to ink that story, you have to color that book, and you still have to promote it, and then you have to fulfill it. So it's like 6 jobs.
I had to clarify the do I need to clarify the mailing list more?
Yeah, so Dojo's saying you need to make that clear. The way it's worded right now, it looks like you get it just for signing up. So he was just saying it doesn't seem like it states it clearly. So
you don't want people
good to know.
You could say like get access to a secret tier, by signing up. So it does say that you have to do something like to back it, like you get a secret tier. So get access to an art print secret tier instead of putting like art print perk, secret tier, and unique trading card.
Yeah.
It would make it clear to everybody then.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Okay, thank you for that. I didn't.
No problem.
This is my first time doing it, and I didn't really understand. I thought it was clear enough.
That's
okay. Miss Rena, that's the one thing that I like about this community is they are so willing to give you input and pointers, which makes you stronger, in my opinion. And I loved it. That's why Kevin and I are doing this stream tonight. I mean, we've been in the community for several months. And we're always open to asking and just being like, tell us what we're doing. If they see something that's not clear to us, they're getting used to us now though, and they want to knock us over the head with it, like they did tonight on the chat, saying we're gatekeeping them and things like that. But that's the way it goes. But we do appreciate them. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I thought a perk was something you can back. I think I was confusing tier and perk, or perk with tier.
Oh, I think a lot of people are interchangeable with them, but I would write get access to a secret art print perk, and then a unique trading card when you back.
I
would definitely use. Oh, you can't do more.
Yeah, the thing about it is there's certain word limits that I can put on the draft. That's why I wrote it like that.
That's why I said you should just put get access to a secret tier when when you sign up, and then you could pull for a trading card or print. But
keep it simple.
Very simple. Like get access to a secret tier.
Yep. And then they'll get to know what the tier is once they sign up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you guys. That was very helpful.
Yeah, that's good. That's what I hope our show does all the time. So we're here to help anybody. We've received tons of help since we've joined, and it's been great. So, yeah.
And a lot of the community, there's actually where they have just YouTubes on teaching you things. Like Rob has a lot of things where this works, you got to do this, don't do that. Stuff like that. Why do you?
Oh my gosh, they're talking about all kinds of fun stuff in the chat. So, well, yeah. So anyway, I'm getting distracted by the chat, to be honest. Miss Rena, we thank you so much for coming on though and showing us your book though, and it does look very interesting. I love music, and I'm definitely going to check that out. I like the artwork, and so look forward to seeing that once the campaign launches. And
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we loved having new people on. We love to have people come on and talk about their books, because usually whenever we do, there's always a lot of similarities. You're into mythology and things, yeah. And Kevin and I love that kind of stuff, and we talk about it sometimes on the stream. So definitely drop back by, stay in the chat, and
yeah, always an open invitation.
Yeah, be great.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It was nice meeting you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, it was nice meeting you too. Sim and Amanda, we appreciate everything that you gave us tonight too, all your input. It's been wonderful having, just the ideas and the, the input to what we've created. I think that's going to help us out a lot now.
Yeah, don't be shy if you got any more questions.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
And Amanda.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Miss Rena. And
just call me Debbie Downer.
What? Why?
Because I won't sing.
I saw that, and I was gonna say something about it, but then I thought it might not be a good idea.
They're wanting to sing? How did I miss that?
They want me to sing Gem or the Misfits, and I'm not singing.
Yeah, we are the Misfits. Our songs are ready.
Oh my gosh!
I
how
haven't
did I miss
had enough
it?
to drink.
We'll have to have a singing, show one night and just have everybody come on and just sing.
That's a
kind of like
idea.
Well, they have a karaoke show with Neff, right?
Yeah.
Darkiff has a karaoke show.
Does,
yeah. Well, that'd be a good time.
Especially if you do like a Christmas one.
Yeah, it'd be great. So, well, we're going to have you all back on different times, and hope to see you all in the chat. And we just thank you so much for coming on and giving your input. Amanda, I will get that
chat was on
you.
Fire tonight. But
they really were, man.
So much going on that
I could not even keep up. So
no, I know,
I was like in some kind of ADD mode where I was just back and forth. But we
looking,
thank you all for stopping in.
You're welcome. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah.
Even if it was a pity
Thank
invite.
you.
No, it was not. No. Come on. I'm giving you a prayer.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, boy. Well, I just hope that helps. Okay.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited to put it on the wall with the rest of my prints. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm so glad you're going to
guys, I gotta go. My phone's about to die.
Okay, Miss
Rena.
Rena. We will see you later. Chat.
Later.
We will see you. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by.
Bye, everyone.
Yes.
Goodbye,
See you,
chat.
everyone.